but in the second half, it felt like you guys made a real priority to get him to the front of the rim. Just what do you think of his ability to kind of dominate that game in a couple different ways?
Yeah, I mean, this was he's had so many good games for us, but it really stands out just to shoot the three ball so well out of the gate and then really be such a force in the paint. And we really played through him. You know, obviously without Giannis, we got to play a little bit different, but you know, he really delivered in a lot of different ways. He was phenomenal.
To kind of follow with that, they cut it to 10 in the fourth, and then Drew Brook kind of two-man game. This, you know, 3 straight baskets to kind of set that up. So what did you see between the two vets at that point to just say, okay, it's.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking a little bit, you know, I think those two developing a connection that I think is really going to be important for us going forward. You know, so I think just integrating more of our guys. I thought Grayson was really good off the bench, and obviously Javon got going, but I think just to be a little bit more diverse, be able to attack different ways. And Drew and Brooke are, you know, they're both in a good place and like a lot of the things they're doing together.
To follow it up, what went into deciding to start Marjan and have Grayson come off the bench today?
Just a lot of kind of little things, you know, just an opportunity to shake it up a little bit. You know, obviously to play without Giannis is different, and just, you know, I'm not going to go into it all, but there's just, you know, a handful of things that, and you're never sure, but felt like it was the right thing to do. And, you know, a lot of credit to Grayson for, you know, playing the way he did off the bench was really impressive. And for Bobby to go in and get 21 rebounds as a starter. And, you know, they both kind of embraced playing in a little bit different roles. And, you know, it was exactly what we needed tonight.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned Javon. So often we talk about his defense and hustle, but tonight his scoring was there with 18 points. Just what can you say about his effort and the spark he provided you guys?
Yeah, no, I mean, he, you know, he got hot there in the third quarter, and, you know, actually had to leave him in. He was so hot. So, you know, it's great when a player starts feeling it, the baskets start looking big. I thought he made some good passes too, some playmaking things, and defensively, you know, he just can be kind of bother people. And as you know, Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball a lot, so to have somebody that kind of embraces, you know, having to guard all those screens and get into them, you know, we're fortunate to have Javon be able to do all that.
Just what do you think of Serge off the bench tonight? I think 24 minutes, couple blocks, just seems solid the whole way through.
Yeah, no, I mean, in a lot of ways, you know, he also, they score so much in the paint. They drive it so hard. They do a good job of kind of, you know, slipping screens and creating driving lanes and just driving it in general and spacing the court with 5 out. You know, we really, you know, encourage Serge to be active in the paint and got a couple blocks. I think, you know, altered some shots. And yeah, I thought he was, you know, very important to us, you know, playing 24 minutes. You know, we needed all that tonight.
I know to hold a team under 100 again is difficult to do, but you mentioned Gilgeous-Alexander. Aside from Javon, just what did you think of the effort? I know Javon George seemed like most often, but I know Drew and Marjan and a couple guys definitely had their turns at him.
Yeah, I mean, he's such a tough cover. He plays with a great pace. You know, he always seems under control. Seems like he, you know, can get to his spots. But, you know, hopefully we were just, you know, great contest. I think did it good, you know, only 5 free throws. I think one of those was a defensive 3 seconds. So, you know, he gets to the free throw line a lot. So, you know, we just always talk about making the best players, the great players earn it. You know, I think that, you know, Javon and George and you know, all the guys did that. All right, thanks.
Hey, Bobby. I asked Bud about Javon. So often we talk about his defense and ability to pick up guards and whatnot, but tonight it was his offense that really shined with 18 points, 5 threes. Just what can you say about what he brings to the team, both offensively like tonight and from a defensive standpoint as well?
I mean, just, you know, if you want to play in our culture and things like that, you got to be super competitive. Like I said before, Javon is a super competitive guy. competes on both ends, talks, wants to get better. That's the biggest thing as an NBA player. You got to want it. And he wants it and puts the time in, put the work in. Was with him all summer in August and September, and he really made strides and seeing his progression in his game grow. So definitely the work always shows when you put it in, and when those lights come on and it's time to show out. And he definitely did that tonight.
He said he's the guard version of you a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago. Did you see that?
Yeah, I seen that.
Do you feel it seems like you guys kind of are kindred spirits, right?
Yeah, for sure. Me and him have a great relationship. Obviously when you become teammates with guys, you hang out with him a lot more often. His locker's next to mine. Well, it was before, but now Marjan's locker isn't next to mine now. So his locker was next to mine. So I built a relationship with him, and just being around him, for the last 6, 7, 8 months that he's been on the team with us. It's been great. Obviously you grow as, brothers through this journey and the marathon that you run throughout a season. And, he's definitely a brother to me. And I think I'm definitely the, big man version of him.
Just for you get to start tonight. Grayson comes off the bench. I guess both of those things, like, how did you kind of handle that? That's something you've obviously done before.
I don't care. Like, if I start, I start. If I come off the bench, it's what it is. I'm just want to win. Part of the reason why I came here, 2.5 years ago was to win. Was on a lot of stinger teams, like I said before, and just making that sacrifice, whatever it is, whatever coach wants me to do and be, and I'm gonna be the best I can in whichever role is given to me. And if big fella down and we need to start, then I'll start. If he's there and have to come off the bench, I come off the bench. Doesn't matter to me. I just want to win, and want to win the worst way, especially how last year ended. It definitely still stings, and I think that kind of fuels all of us.
What do you think of Grayson coming off the bench? It had I don't even know what it ended up being, 19 off the bench. Just him kind of the maturity and kind of having that same mindset.
I mean, so you're in NBA, man, you can't let anything affect you. I mean, if a coach gonna start you, gonna start you. If you're gonna, tell you gonna come off the bench, you have to be a professional. You have to do the best you can in whichever role is given to you. I think we have a lot of guys on our team that's cool with sacrificing for the betterment of the team. Nobody complains, nobody pouts about playing time, none of that. We all know what we're aiming for and what our common goal is on a daily basis, which is building good habits. He does a good job of, just being a professional. That's part of being in this league, is showing that you can be coachable and you can, fill a role whenever it's needed. And, shout out to Grayson for that. And, all our guys tonight, play, great defense and things like that. Everybody bought in, and, I think that kind of fueled our win.
I guess along those lines, Bobby, you mentioned guys being willing to sacrifice. I mean, a night like tonight where just the ball sharing and sort of the even scoring, is that indicative of that to a degree where you don't kind of fall into a let me get my turn type of thing? You kind of stay with the ball.
We don't do that. Like, we ain't no my turn, your turn. Like, that ain't how we play ball. We swing the ball, we make the right reads, and we trust whoever has the right shot for that possession. I mean, that's how you play good basketball, is move the basketball, and the defense is going to tell you who needs to shoot at the right time. So, I'm not a guy that's going to go out there talking about, I need to get mines. Like, mines is going out there and filling my role and being the best I can be in that role. So that's getting yours in your role. So with us, we just move the basketball, swing it. Guys shoot the basketball with confidence, let it fly whenever shots is presented to you. And, we let our stars dictate the game for us, and we play off of them.
How did you see your guards work against Shea, to kind of keep him from, I guess, doing what he does? I think he came in averaging like 32, 6 and 5, some crazy numbers. So what did you see their effort, but team effort too, to kind of keep him from going off?
I mean, like, we got a lot of different guys that we can throw at a lot of different people. So we're a deep team. We can throw, different guys. So like you said, the previous question was like your turn, like you got to get mine. I think ours is like, it's my turn to hold them, or, what I'm saying? Wes, is your turn, get your 4 minutes with them. Javon, is your turn, get your 4 minutes to get them. Drew, it's your turn to get your 4 minutes. I think that's our term of getting yours on a defensive end. I think we buy in that way. And we got a lot of different guys that can do a lot of different things on that side of the basketball. And I think our defense just helps us be the best we can be. Throughout our first 9 games, we really haven't shot the ball well. I think our defense is what's kept us relevant and to this point. So we have a lot of different guys that can play a lot of different things and do a lot of different things with the basketball and without the basketball on the defensive end. And it's just great having depth where you can, throw different guys in different situations and lineups. No problem.
Hey, Brooke, kind of we're asked to do a little bit of everything from spacing the floor early in threes and then kind of late, being asked to go inside. Just I know not like tonight, no Giannis. Just did you kind of feel like you might have to have that kind of role tonight offensively?
I think we all knew, obviously, that we'd all have to chip in. You look across the board. Grayson was great tonight. JC, obviously, BP. I mean, pretty much everyone came on and had an impact.
I know you're all veterans, but it felt like in the fourth quarter when they get to 10, you and Drew 2-man game, 3 straight buckets. Is that kind of one of those feel things between two guys that you just kind of know, all right, they're making a little run. It's time for us to
absolutely. Nip it in the bud. We didn't want to let them really get any closer, obviously, kind of keep our control on the game.
On the nights Giannis is out, do you get excited that you get to rim run again? Like, because it feels like when he's playing, it's going to be his rim runs. And,
yeah. So you have to space, obviously.
Right.
Yeah. And so that's definitely something I look for more. Yes.
And just that last one Drew threw to you over the top.
Yeah.
I think that's the longest pass I've ever seen him even attempt. Just for you, what's the goal there? Just try to seal it so it can get over the top, or
yeah, it is. And obviously, another key is just not to extend at any point. Really, you want to kind of like hold the guy off, but at the same time, once you extend, you're dead. So holding him off, and then right as it comes over, just releasing and getting to the ball.
yeah, you never get called for offensive fouls.
I know, right?
So I guess just for you, looking at Bobby had 21 rebounds tonight. Just what have you thought of his work on the boards thus far this season?
Oh man, he's just been completely relentless, and he's always been great at it. But it was something Coach Bud wanted us to focus on, like we talked about before, and he's taken it to a whole nother level. I mean, he needs 2-3 guys to maybe stop him from getting the offensive glass. He's been so phenomenal.
Brooke, you guys obviously want to always have Giannis out there. You always want to have Chris out there, Pat, everyone. But when you guys are so shorthanded and you come out and you have games like this, what does that say about you guys as a team, as a group, as a unit? It
just shows our depth and how good of a team we truly are, and obviously Giannis is okay. So, we're in a good place, but Coach Bud, he said before, it's like, it's kind of exciting, Giannis gets to rest, refill his cup, and, we get a chance to get better and see what we're like without Giannis on the court and get better in that way. So it's a great way. We got a lot better tonight.
Didn't catch you last night, Brooke, but I mean, this team 9-0 start, it's never been done in this franchise. This kind of start hasn't been done in the league since the 14-15 Warriors. But I guess just what does this feel like in that way, where to just start on a winning streak? I know you've been a part of some long ones here, but to begin a season like this.
Yeah, it's obviously fun. And I think what's, pretty cool for us is we just feel like we can be so much better. That's what's pretty crazy. I was with Bobby and JC. We were in the cold tub after the game. We were just talking about how much better we felt we could be, both, especially offensively. We feel like we've been pretty good defensively, and we can still get better there, but we feel like there's so much room to grow offensively, especially.
Thanks, Brooke.
Thank you, guys.